Billie Eilish is your new favorite obsession who's been breaking records left and right as a rising pop star. You heard her as a 13-year-old singing the mega hit Oceanize, and now 3.5 years later, she's tearing up the charts with her new album, When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? So how did this LA native with a penchant for horror come to be the voice of a generation? Well, we're gonna have to start from the beginning. Billie Eilish pirate Barrett O'Connell was born on December 18th, 2001 in Los Angeles, California. And yeah, I said pirate. She was born in a family of musicians and actors. Her parents, Maggie Barrett and Patrick O'Connell, were popular figures in the entertainment industry. Her mother, Maggie, had been a working actress since the 80s, appearing in hit shows like The X-Files, Charmed, and The West Wing. Her mother was constantly writing music while her dad would play the piano and ukulele. She grew up with her older brother, Phineas O'Connell, listening to mixtapes that her dad would make featuring artists like the Beatles and Avril Lavigne. She and her brother were homeschooled with a heavy influence in music, and as a happy child who was always singing and dancing, her parents decided to sign her and her brother up for the Los Angeles Children's Choir at age 8. But when she wasn't at choir practice, she would regularly star in plays and in her own home movies. She told Vogue, "I would set up a camera in the backyard and do a bunch of different takes. If somebody had seen me doing this while sitting in my yard, taking another one and another one of it, they'd be like, what the hell are you doing?" In fact, Billie was actually a Viner. In several compilations you can still find online, Billie enjoyed singing, acting weird, and just being her teenage self on Vine. She also made quite a few Vines gushing about Justin Bieber. Yes, Billie Eilish is a believer. In one Vine, we see Billie watching the All That Matters music video from 2013, and during an iconic shirtless scene, she just passes out off camera. She enjoyed being on camera and loved singing, but did you know that one of Billie's greatest passions was dance? Yeah, she spent 11 hours a week practicing contemporary dance in a studio competing as part of a company. There's even this killer video she posted on YouTube doing aerial dance on silks to a Pink song when she was only 12 years old. Sadly, tragedy struck when she suffered a growth plate injury, a strained groin, and a strained ankle. When asked about her dance injuries, she told V Magazine, quote, "My body is not a friend of dance," which is unfortunate. But it gave me a lot of time to do other things, which has been both good and terrible. And while her dance career was over, her music career was just beginning. She and her brother would get songwriting lessons from her mother frequently. At age 11, she was given one assignment to write down lyrics, hooks, and phrases based on a favorite TV show. Of course, Billie picked a TV show that an 11-year-old probably shouldn't have been watching called The Walking Dead. You heard of it? Probably. She told Harper's Bazaar, "My first real song was about the zombie apocalypse, actually," which is weird because it's out and nobody knows that that's what it's about. It's called Fingers Crossed. Over time, she started performing with her brother, posting covers of songs on the internet and writing original songs to put on SoundCloud. Phineas had been acting for a while, performing in movies like Bad Teacher with Cameron Diaz and landing a role on Glee in 2015. He even had his own band called the Slightlies. Phineas had written a song for the band that didn't quite work in their range, so when Billie asked him to help record a song, he had brought said song to her, and that's when they recorded Oceanize. They posted it on SoundCloud and made it downloadable so that she could send it to a dance teacher, and it blew up from there, gaining over 1 million plays on Spotify and getting her noticed by a manager at only age 13. Other singles would follow until she was signed to Interscope Records and put out her first EP called Don't Smile at Me. Thankfully, Phineas was not left in the dust as the two collaborated to write an entire EP together. And it's been a steady rise to fame since then. In September of 2017, she was named Apple Music's Up Next Artist. She's gone on tour and has been a voice for mental health issues. But now here we are, 2019. Our girl is 17 years old. Her debut album, When We Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go, has just had the second biggest opening in 2019, right behind Ariana Grande's Thank You Next. But Billie isn't about that comparison life. She told LA Times, "Everyone's trying to make everyone compete. They're like, Billie's album might pass Ariana's, but Just stop. I don't care. I don't want to hear that Billie Eilish is the new Lana Del Rey. Don't disrespect Lana like that. That woman has made her brand so perfect for her entire career and shouldn't have to hear that. I don't want to hear that somebody's the new Billie Eilish in a couple years. Now, nothing will stop Billie from breaking records. In fact, she just broke a huge one. Billie is now the first person born in the 2000s to have a #1 album. She is also the youngest woman to hit #1 since 2009, when Demi Lovato debuted Here We Go Again. But perhaps her greatest accomplishment to date is the fact that Justin Bieber is following her on social media. And you could tell that this meant something to her, because when asked on Ellen if she was excited about the follow, Billie gave a solid fangirl giggle when she replied, "Yeah." Oh, and we can't forget about that long hug they shared at Coachella this year. Yeah, good for you, girl. You've worked hard. You deserve that. Billie is currently out living her best life on the road, touring with her whole family, and writing music with her brother. We haven't seen the last of this superstar, and we can't wait to see what else is in store for Billie Eilish. Now, we want to hear from you guys. Let us know in the comment section your favorite Billie Eilish song, and thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!